Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. They've got Antetokounmpo. Ben Simmons is out there with John Morant. And it's LeBron James. And it's Jokic in at the center position.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. It establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
Here's Morant. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
They get it again. Antetokounmpo. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
Jokic passes to James. And that one drops for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it in. And I have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
So it's the West now. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. 6 to shoot. And Simmons kicks to Jokic. Sinks the three-pointer. Jokic has got 7.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star Game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Jokic with the bucket.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who's able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff.
He was looking over the lineups and he said, I've never seen such even matchups all my life. The talent on both sides is just insane. I asked him if he had a game plan for tonight, and he told me, I thought about it, have some ideas, but that's not what this is about. It's a showcase for the best of the best, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Smith after Ben Simmons' bucket. Out to Doncic. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
That one goes in. LeBron's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Great quarter at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. A big group substitution here for the East. Love's check in for Anthony Davis. Durant comes in for Tatum. James Harden, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Halliburton subbed in for Ball.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Harden kicks to Smith. Back to Harden. Love with the screen for Harden. Here's Smith. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
The kick outside to Butler. Outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. George dishes to Embiid. That ball's nice feed that time from George.
You know, we see Embiid operate a lot from the perimeter, but he is clearly at his best owning the paint.
The West leading by 3. Young from outside. Rebound by Smith. 1:53 left to play in the first. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. The pass to George. Takes a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
And the East All-Stars call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Slam dunk city, Paul George with the big-time throwdown there.
Oh!
My goodness.
And these fans are getting treated to just some amazing aerial action in this game.
And that's the way it should be, right? I mean, it's All-Star Week. You don't lay it in, you punch it in.
And the rejection by Love. Love with the screen on George. Smith against George. Smith the pass to Halliburton. Outside for Durant. Lets it go from deep. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, sometimes you just assume this shot is falling before it goes in. Durant's outside jumper is that deadly. I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
Bucket is good.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Pass to Embiid. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Embiid's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Halliburton for 3, and he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time.
The previous play is under review.
Question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And will return shortly.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Youth Squad.
Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. Ja Morant, he's out there with Garland. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Simmons. And it's Giannis in at the 3 spot.
You know, he can be your primary scorer, but he also can be your primary playmaker. Offensively, Harden does everything at a diamond level.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Giannis passes to Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Simmons taking off, launching himself right through the defense and rendering that D helpless.
Durant kicks to Harden. Back to KD. And another miss by the East. The West leading by 3. Jokic passes to Morant. Out left to the wing. Shoots from the baseline. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Morant. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter. To end the run. And the dunk by Tatum.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Here's Garland. 5 points in the game. There's the dish to Giannis. Simmons against Durant. Simmons inside. The 3 from Garland. And Tatum pulls it down. The East trail by 3. KD sets the pick for Harden. Kicks it to KD. And KD throws it down.
You know, the defense is all over Durant inside, but, you know, his length and agility and high release point allow him to still make it happen.
Garland with it. Guarded now by Durant. Garland the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
And the East All-Stars call time here. All-Stars with some changes. Smith checked in for Davis. DeMar DeRozan comes in for James Harden. And Doncic is subbed in for Halliburton. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jokic. James comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Anthony Edwards sub in for Garland. Pass to LeBron. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Shoots from the elbow. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Puts up a 3. Good on the 3-point shot. James has got 9 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Tell you what, that's impressive strength there from Tatum. You got to respect that. Even when you try to wrap him up, he finds a way to score.
Young's checked in for the West. Doncic against Young to the wing right side. Pass to James. Outside Edwards. And stolen by Tatum. Lobbed up there for KD. And Smith gets double teamed. DeRozan for three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Hey, defenders already have a lot to worry about with Tatum scoring. And he's making passes like that, too. Watch out.
Towns sets the pick for LeBron. Morant outside. No good that time. Some solid defense there from KD. Smith against Morant. DeRozan's shot is off. The West trails by 4. Morant outside from 13. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Over Towns. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Doncic. 10 points for KD.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Young from outside gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
And some changes here for the East. Kevin Love's checked in for Durant. Julius Randle comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Smith. The West also making some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, man!
What a finish!
Luka flying to the rim and putting it on top of the defender's head.
And there's the pass to Edwards. Lets it go with the 3. And the West hit again from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
And that's using Love to his full capacity. He can pick and roll or pick and pop, depending on how the defense plays it.
Here's Young again, the West All-Star. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the East. And finished off by Westbrook.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
The East leading by 4. He's looking for Love and finds him. Love with the screen on Butler. Pass to Westbrook. Knocked loose. Paul George with the steal. Young with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Jimmy Butler rising up over the defense and throwing it down.
It's stolen by Edwards. The tray. It's rebounded by Doncic. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Westbrook dishes to Randle. Paul George with the steal. That's tipped to the paint. Here's Butler. The shot's good on the assist by George. Butler's got the game tied up here for the West All-Stars.
That's really all you can do defensively. Butler is an all-star for this very reason. Excellent skills and cool under pressure.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
They've got LaMelo Ball. Made him out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Doncic, and it's Smith in at the small forward position. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. LeBron's gone 2 for 3 from deep. Tatum with the screen on Morant. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And he gets the bucket. Simmons got 8 points.
Boy, Simmons so dangerous in these open floor situations. I love his aggressiveness in getting to the right spot.
The West leading by 3. Morant outside. Passes to Antetokounmpo. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. For Davis. And it's Jokic missing. Smith scanning the floor. He kicks the ball. A 3. And another miss by the East.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Here's Jokic, and Davis sends it back.
No, sir, don't bring that in here. AD having none of that. What an imposing figure he is defensively.
Nailed from three-point land. That's now 32 points for Smith.
Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
Some nice passing here by the West. And the rejection by Smith. James Harden is checked in for the East.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of...
And the East All-Stars call time here. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Whoa! I can't believe that!
I just saw.
Oh, my...
Unreal!
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Outside Garland shoots from the block, and Davis sends it back.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition's been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Beyond the arc. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut back down to 8 after they get the basket from Garland.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Shoots the 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist in the game.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Smith, the East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And it's in there. Garland's got 24 points.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
The East leading by 5. For 3, Smith. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic draws the double. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from Garland. And they recover it. Out to Morant. A three-pointer off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Smith. Drains the 19-footer. Smith's got 16 points here in the second half. So good.
getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
So the East All-Stars win it.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.